Christopher Bell defends his late race move on Joey Logano, saying Logano has done much worse. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. Happy Monday, y'all. If you missed it late last night, I uploaded my full North Wilkesboro All-Star Weekend recap, reaction, analysis, all that good stuff. Click right up here or click the link down in the description to check it out. We're following up on a couple storylines in this episode, plus at the end, my weekly power rankings. First, though, some news. Connor Zilisch has been cleared to return to racing after suffering a back injury in a crash at Talladega a few weeks ago. "I'm back," he said in a statement. "My back is all healed up and I'm ready for a big weekend at Charlotte. I'm pumped to make my second Cup start with Trackhouse and get back in the Xfinity car with Junior Motorsports. Big thanks to everyone who helped me get back so soon." Great news for the 18-year-old driver, and yes, this weekend at Charlotte is a big weekend. Zilisch pulling double duty. He'll make his Cup Series oval debut in the sport's longest race. The goal should be pretty simple: finish all the laps, get that experience. Although, if Zilisch does spin out, he would learn where the line is. And even veteran Cup Series drivers say all the time that with the next-gen car, you are on a razor-thin edge constantly. So if he does spin out, he would still probably learn something, although I take that back. Kid just suffered a back injury. Let's hope for a clean, safe weekend at Charlotte. Save the spinning, save the razor's edge for a little later down the line. Hopefully Connor Zilisch has a good weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looking forward to watching. This last weekend was a rough one for Roger Penske. His driver, Joey Logano, lost the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro in the final laps, and this morning, two of his IndyCar stars, Joseph Newgarden and Will Power, have been penalized and will have to start the Indy 500 at the very back of the field. Devastated is the word being used. Ouch. Devastated could also be used to describe Joey Logano's emotions after last night's All-Star race. Christopher Bell, with fresher right side tires, ran Logano down at the end of the race. Logano mirror driving, trying to take Bell's line away. Eventually, Bell was able to get side by side and ran Joey a bit wide, used him up a bit to complete the pass. Joey was frustrated after the race. We talked about this some last night, partially over the gimmicky promoter's caution, but he was also frustrated with Christopher Bell and thought Bell was a bit over-aggressive. He told Fox after the race,
"He kind of just ran me up into the wall, and if I could have got to him, he was going around after a move like that. I just couldn't get back to him."
Then, when talking to other reporters, he suggested that this could carry over beyond All-Star Weekend. Joey said, quote, "I'll race Bell the same way. That's all. We're racing for $1 million. I get it. But we race each other every week. We're like elephants. We don't forget anything." Like I said last night, I get why Joey Logano is frustrated. Christopher Bell's pass for the win was not perfectly clean, but I think considering what was at stake with it being the All-Star race and everything, considering how Joey Logano had thrown some blocks, been very aggressive in defending his position, and considering how difficult it was to complete a pass all night long, I don't think Bell's move was particularly egregious. If Joey had been able to stay close and bump him back or rub doors, that would have been entirely justified. But unfortunately for Joey, because he was at a tire disadvantage, once Bell got past him, Joey could not keep up, so he never got a chance to retaliate in any way, shape, or form. So I do get some frustration. But saying he was going to wreck the guy or suggesting this will carry over into the coming weeks, I don't know about all that. Reporter Matt Weaver told Christopher Bell about Joey's comments post-race, and Bell sounded a bit surprised.
I don't think that I did anything that Joey has not done, and I've seen Joey do much worse. So we will continue on.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Just a couple of years ago at Darlington, remember, William Byron squeezed Joey Logano a little bit. Logano responded by wrecking Byron for the win, blatantly. We've seen Joey Logano spin people out for blocking in the past. Even when drivers have passed Joey cleanly, he's been willing to use the bumper to move them back out of the way. So, yeah, Joey Logano is not in a position to complain about racing etiquette on a short track of all places. Going back to his quote, he should have just said the first part. I'll race Bell the same way. I mean, he kind of did. It's $4 million, I get it. That's good. We didn't need the part about this carrying over potentially into the coming weeks, because I don't think I don't think it should. I will say something positive about Joey Logano, though. He is a tremendous competitor. He was trying to smile through it last night, but underneath, you could sense the anger. It manifested as anger towards the promoter's caution, anger towards Christopher Bell, but really, I think Logano was just angry that he lost. Finishing second pays almost $1 million less than finishing first. Joey Logano really wanted to go back-to-back. He knew he had a great car. That's why he was angry, and I like that. A lot of other drivers in Logano's position would have gotten out of their cars, shrugged their shoulders, and said, hey, Bell had better tires. We'll get him next week. Not Joey Logano. He is intense behind the wheel. He's a really nice guy off the track. I've seen it firsthand. Good dude. But when he is in racer mode, he is selfish, he is aggressive, he is extremely competitive. I don't necessarily agree with his assessment of the final laps, but I really love that someone in the NASCAR Cup Series has that edge, has that desire to win at all costs. It's that human element, that competitive spirit that makes professional sports great. Joey Logano, love him or hate him, fun to watch, interesting to study. Speaking of studying, I have crunched the numbers, examined my notes, closely rewatched recent races and replays to bring you all the most accurate power rankings in the NASCAR world. Let's rank the top 10 fastest, best performing overall drivers and teams in the NASCAR Cup Series right now. Let's see if your favorite driver made the cut this week. Let's just jump right into number 10, Ross Chastain. He just finds a way. If we include the All-Star race, Chastain has led 0 laps in 7 of the last 8 races. Yet, he has 5 top 10 finishes in that span and a couple of top 5s as well, including a 3rd place effort at North Wilkesboro. Shoot, he got spun out at Wilkesboro, was forced to stay out at the end, didn't have a set of tires in the pits, and he just drove that thing, chased down Logano and Bell, was almost a part of the battle for the win. Great resilience from Chastain and the whole number 1 team. Once again, Ross Chastain at 10. At 9, Tyler Reddick finished 7th at North Wilkesboro Speedway. I know it's not a points race, but that's his first top 10 finish in weeks. Now, he's had top 10 speed in that span, like Texas. He may have had a top 5 car before he wrecked. But as y'all know with my power rankings, I also look ahead, and up next is Charlotte, a mile and a half, and Tyler Reddick has been very inconsistent at intermediate tracks this year. Like Texas, he had speed. Darlington, he was pretty good, but Homestead, one of his best tracks. Las Vegas, Kansas, all very disappointing runs, so I'm not really sure what to expect from Tyler Reddick in next weekend's Coca-Cola 600. Number 8, back-to-back top 5 runs for Alex Bowman. He had a few rough weeks there where the finishes did not reflect the speed, but now he is getting the results once again. I really like Alex Bowman as sort of a sleeper win pick this weekend in the 600. You look at his intermediate results this year, he almost won Homestead, finished 2nd, top 5 at Kansas a couple weeks ago, and we all know Charlotte Motor Speedway, the 600 is literally within earshot of Hendrick Motorsports' campus. Hendrick's gonna bring some fast Chevrolets. Look for Alex Bowman to make some noise on Sunday. In the 7th position, I've got his teammate Chase Elliott. 6th and 7th were difficult to place. I've got Elliott at 7, I have Denny Hamlin at 6. Let's talk about both. We know Chase Elliott is very good at short tracks. He won Bowman Gray to start the year, top 5 at North Wilkesboro, that is to be expected. Denny Hamlin, meanwhile, is in kind of a mini slump. Back-to-back mechanical failures took him out of Texas, took him out of Kansas, and then was kind of just average at Wilkesboro, finished 12th. But if we compare Elliott and Hamlin's ceilings, then there really is no comparison. Denny Hamlin, just a few weeks ago, finished 5th, first, 2nd, 4 straight races. Chase Elliott doesn't have back-to-back top 5s all year. Hamlin has led 230 more laps. If we're talking consistency, advantage Chase Elliott. 0 DNFs, top 20 every single week, but if we're talking about potential, sheer speed, winning, Denny Hamlin for sure gets the edge. That's why I have Denny at 6, Elliott at 7. Now my top 5, some changes here. Joey Logano, 1st at Texas, 9th at Kansas, 2nd at North Wilkesboro. The defending series champion is kind of on a roll. He's running up front. He's actually leading laps consistently. Look, I know he was frustrated with how the All-Star race ended, but he needs to wipe that from his memory as quickly as he possibly can because the Coca-Cola 600 is a huge opportunity for Joey. Joey has never won the 600. He's won Daytona. Obviously, he's won the Cup Series Series title, but he's never won the sport's longest race. That is a very important crown jewel missing from his crown. His teammate Ryan Blaney has had great intermediate speed this year. Logano did just win Texas, a mile and a half. Huge opportunity this coming Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. Look for Joey Logano to add to his legacy. Number 4, William Byron, holding strong in the 4th spot. Still trying to find that winning speed since Daytona. He did lead a bunch of laps at Darlington a few weeks ago, so maybe some of that speed will translate to Charlotte. Again, Hendrick's backyard, they should be fast. And William Byron is coming off a 6th place finish in the All-Star race. Hopefully that builds some positive momentum heading into Memorial Day weekend. Top 3, again, a couple of changes here. I now have Ryan Blaney in the 3rd spot. He ran top 5 most of the night at North Wilkesboro, but an issue on the final restart dropped him back. The finishing result will not reflect the speed. That's kind of been the story all year for Ryan Blaney. So much speed, so many stage points earned, laps led, but no wins to show for it. Could that change at Charlotte this weekend? He goes into the 600 with recent finishes of 3rd at Texas and 3rd at Kansas, so that bodes well. At number 2, give me Christopher Bell, tied for the most wins this season with 3. You could argue he now has the tiebreaker since he's got an all-star victory on his resume. 5 top 10s the last 6 races, defending Coca-Cola 600 winner, although that was rain shortened. Christopher Bell knocking on the door of the top spot this week, but that position, in my opinion, still belongs to Kyle Larson. Just look at the whole body of work. Larson leads the points, most laps led, most stage wins, again tied for the most race wins. He's also the most recent winner at a mile-and-a-half track, Kansas Speedway 2 weeks ago. Kind of sort of similar to what we'll see at Charlotte on Sunday. There is a lot of extra pressure on Larson this weekend. He'll start 21st in the Indianapolis 500, then he'll jet over to Charlotte for the 600, where I assume he'll have to start at the rear, pass a lot of cars. I think he's up for the challenge. How fast he has been at intermediates the past few years, nobody is in his league, but a lot of variables on Sunday. Indy, Charlotte, doing the double. I have Kyle Larson in the top spot. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, if you disagree. Thanks for watching, folks. That is going to do it for this Monday episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more NASCAR content every day, every week, all year long. If you love stock car racing, you've come to the right place. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Check out my North Wilkesboro full race recap in case you missed it. Again, link is down in the description. I'll talk with y'all again soon. Have a great rest of your Monday, folks.